Hi, this is Emily from Huntington Learning Center in East Boise, and I am here to share with you our top 5 tips to help stop the homework battle. Now, we all know what it's like when your student comes home from school with piles and piles of homework and all of the stress that can cause for you and your family. And so we have our top 5 tips to help to cut down on that homework time and help it make it much more effective for you and for your kid. So tip number 1 here is going to be designate a study space. This is really important that your student has a spot that they know is for studying and for homework. This is not the bed or the floor, but a desk or the kitchen counter or a spot in the living room where they know they can go to study. It also needs to be stocked with all of the materials that they might need. So pencils, markers, granola bars. We all know students can use any excuse to get out of doing homework, whether that's going to find more materials. So if they have everything within reach, that's going to make that cut down on that time right from the start. Tip number 2 is every day your student should be creating a to-do list. So what needs to be accomplished today and what's the priority? So anything that's due tomorrow is going to take precedence. That needs to be at the top of the list, moving down. Ideally, this will be in their student agenda so that they can have that at school and at home. And it's great for them to have a snapshot of what they need to do so that it seems much more palatable for them to get all of this homework done because it's nice, neat, and a list for them. Number 3, set timers. Homework can take hours. I know you all have had evenings where it seems to never end. And so setting timers can help your students be much more effective and productive. So grab a kitchen timer and set it for 20 or 30 minutes and have your student really push and work through those 30 minutes. Then give them a 5-minute break. Take a step back, check their phones, text their friend back, go on Instagram. That allows them to get a lot done in a little amount of time, take a break, and then jump right back into it. Your time will be much more productive. At that same time, limit those distractions. So put that phone in the other room if you need to while they're doing their homework, but when it's break time, allow them that phone. You know that banning your student's phone is not going to get you anywhere, so if you allow them to have it for those 5 minutes, they're much more willing to put that work in for the 30 when they know that that reward is on the other side. Also, chunking it is going to make them much more productive. Hours of work is going to do nothing for them and they're going to have a brain drain, and that homework is not going to be completed. So allowing them to set timers and limit those distractions is really important and critical. Finally, commit to the routine. We all know how easy it is to get out of habits that you want to set up for yourself, especially in January with resolutions. So what you really need to do is commit to a routine and then stick to it and continue to return to this list in order to make it successful. Bring your student in on this list. Have them have ownership over what their homework time looks like so they're more willing to go forward with this plan with you. Then touch base every week. See how it's going, and soon they'll be going through all of these on their own and you will not have to stress or worry about homework time ever again. That'll be all on their plate and they'll be willing to do it. So in the end, follow these top 5 tips to help to stop that homework battle that's going on in your home. If you are curious about some of these or want to go more in depth with them, we are going to be having a webinar to talk more about the homework battle as well as different study skills that you can incorporate with your student. That webinar is going to be on February 15th at 12 o'clock at noon. You'll be able to ask me questions and also get more in-depth tips and tricks to make your child's school a lot more enjoyable for all.